AI to me is right now a big, bright, shiny object with a lot of blinking lights. I would say if you're interested in the physical products world and you want to start with the first question, what the heck do I sell, just to get on the process, I would encourage you, if you've got a cell phone, pop it open. If you've got the Amazon app on your phone right now, go in there and look at your last 90 days of history. I think the best phrase to just end it on is your opportunity begins at the end of your excuses.
We talked a little bit about AI, how you're already using it, and there's a lot of rapid advancements with technology these days. What do you see as some of the biggest opportunities and challenges for e-commerce in the next few years?
AI to me is right now a big, bright, shiny object with a lot of blinking lights. Okay. When I worked at IBM, we worked on AI in the enterprise side. I worked on part of the Watson computer machine for a year on Deep Blue, and we had taken off and had time on a section of that where we were using it for human machine language learning, artificial intelligence through semantic based engines. We were building some of the engines you see on the platforms today. And that was like 23 years ago. And so what I see now is just the adoption curve, getting people to kind of understand what's possible and what's coming. What I see is opportunities to put it into a business model and apply it right now for time compression and opportunities. But I also see there are so many new companies every week, so much change happening so fast. Just, Runway, the AI system for movies and videos, has changed in the last 6 months, tremendously fast, because I think from what I know about where it was and where it is, they haven't actually rolled out what it can do yet. So I know what's coming is going to basically blow people's minds, because it's going to be so hyper realistic on the video side, so accurate on the audio side. The control and ethics of business have to play a role in that somehow, for deep fakes, issues, scams, grandma getting scammed by a video that looks like a FaceTime call from her granddaughter, just, things that are going to be cautious. And I'm optimistically cautious about where it's going for business. But I also see that it could be used very quickly for bad things. So I'm kind of concerned about, people's adoption to AI and what it means. And the same token, there are businesses being built like crazy off the backs of AI. That there's just, the bar for opportunity is so low right now. You just need an innovative way to adapt AI to some simple thing that people need in their lives, and they will fall over you to pay for it. Because there's just you're going to find the connectivity in my world. And I think maybe you would agree, between those who understand how to program it and then how to apply it in business is the opportunity. It's not that it's replacing us. It's the people who are very quickly and imperfectly figuring out how to use it, program it, prompt it, direct it, and manage it that are winning. It isn't that AI is replacing them. It's a person replacing 5 people with AI.
For someone with limited experience who wants to start an e-commerce business and maybe they don't quite qualify yet to be one of your mentees, what advice would you give them to help accelerate their results without spending years or significant capital?
I would say, if you're interested in the physical products world and you want to start with the first question, what the heck do I sell, just to get on the process, I would encourage you, if you've got a cell phone, pop it open. If you've got the Amazon app on your phone right now, go in there and look at your last 90 days of history. As I mentioned earlier, third-party sellers like us make up $480 million in sales every year on the platform. That means in the last 90 days, you most likely bought 1, 2, or 10 products that came from third-party sellers like us. Those are product ideas you can just start writing down today. Just put them on a list, start the exercise and the mental conditioning exercise of learning how to move out of a consumer mindset and into a seller mindset. And that is an activity of a conditioning every day for an hour, writing down a bunch of product ideas and doing some research and just coming up with any product ideas you can think of, just to start a big list. We challenge people to do that in the first 21 days to 500 ideas, okay? Just get them on a list. When it starts to flow, everything goes, right? The goal at that next level is just to do a real first level analysis. Ask yourself, okay, would it sell for $50 to $400? Or is there a variation or a type of it or a bundle of it that sells that much? If there is, put that one on what we call your more list, because that has potential for more profit, more upside, more opportunity, maybe more search volume, maybe not, but more focused, more niche, and more problem solving in terms of the solution the brand and the product usually will be driven towards in that price range, okay? Somebody who wants to cook better, wants to run faster, wants to lose weight, wants to go higher, wants their kids to be safer, wants something to be done in a mechanism of emotional connectivity to the brand. We're shooting for that type of product that, isn't just review and price point sensitive, it is solution sensitive. Okay. So then move those products in the third level to things that you may have purchased that in your own life was working for a solution. Okay. Why did I put this product on there? And then in the process of that, you might define that you are the avatar that you're searching for. Okay. You might find it's your sister, your husband, your wife, your significant other, a family, a friend, a cousin, an uncle, and you name them. And when you name them in that process, part of the condition I want you to go through, if you're listening to this, is to start asking yourself who they are. What do they like? What do they do? Do they have kids? No kids? What are they buying? What's of interest? What's most trending to them? What did I know that they just bought that then they're excited about? And move that down on that more list again, and just look at people you can kind of define and say, well, why would they buy this? What was their most key beneficial point, right? What did they tell you about it? If you were really listening, then you might be able to pick up on that or go back and intentionally ask them some questions as a part of that process. You'll discover very quickly that you can find a great list of products. And it's a first step in this process.
You mentioned launching a brand that hit thousands of dollars per day in revenue within like less than a few weeks. What strategic approaches or tactics did you use to achieve such a rapid success? You touched on some of them already, but I was wondering if you could add to that at all.
Well, the product itself has more than $50 in profit per unit. Okay. It has more than 15 to 20 million searches a year for two of the primary search terms we know are driving sales for that. Okay. They're very targeted search terms relative to it. Amazon's system in our own database told us these searches are between 15 to 20 million. So we know it's in very high demand for that one product. It has 15 to 20 million people going to Amazon every year and getting and looking for that product in 30 seconds or less. So we know that that demand is a straight line opportunity. We know there's already a river, okay, running and flowing 24/7, 365 of people who are looking for that product. Okay, so our first opportunity cost is to simply get a product in front of it. It's right there. They're buyers waiting. They're buying somebody else's product. Yours is not being bought because it's not sitting there. Okay. So it's an organic goal at first within the 7 days we launched to see how well we identified with images, copy, and presentation and optimization, that traffic flow that's going through like a river, right? Amazon's like a river, but it's this big system of decision tree making as well. And it's an artificial intelligence engine running behind it. Okay. To get people to buy that product in 30 seconds or less. So I know that it's sitting there and someone's got their stand setting up with their lemonade and I'm putting mine right next to it on that traffic and saying, hey, you had the pink lemonade in the cookie. Well, I got the yellow lemonade in the cupcake. Do you like mine better? It's a few dollars more. Okay. Find out if somebody organically likes that. And if I can get the system and prime the engine to tell me in the first 7 days that organically, okay, I am now capturing intent, clicks, impressions, and hopefully sales from that product, I now know that I'm in line with that demand. See, the river is moving and it's like a wall. It is not changing. Okay. It may flow out of its banks during the holidays and get a little wider with a lot more sales and then come back. But what I have to do is move myself into that river. I can't coax the river over to me. And I think that's what so many marketers in the economic engine of e-commerce miss. They think they can coax the river to them instead of getting in front of the river. So we have gotten very good at saying, how do we get into that river in this system? And then being able to validate. From there, we'll then tie PPC ads or pay-per-click ads on Amazon to that specific customer and demographic with targeted ads and copy, images, graphics, and videos to help them present the best value and best benefit statements of the person who's already asking those questions in their mind when they show up. And we simply want to answer those questions as quickly as possible in their mind. You want the bigger one, you want the gray one, you want the extra large one. We got it right here. Okay. Answer those questions extremely fast. We've gotten very good at figuring out how to put that system in place. Once organic gets in and PPC gets in, we're measuring another metric. Okay. We're looking at what our average cost of sale is to acquire them, both organically and on the pay-per-click side. And then we're dialing that into what's called the total advertising cost of sale. Okay. If the advertising cost of sale threshold comes in at 15 to 25%, our goal is to get it down to 8 to 15%. Okay. That means organic is now overtaking sales. We're getting a majority of our sales from organic, and a minority sales of acquisitions are coming from PPC, and our numbers are starting to go down. Okay. Costs are going down, but the rankability, organic, and PPC sales are going up. Okay. It's an inverse relationship. As we see that inverse relationship turn, then we're looking to say, how fast can I move through that test order? Okay. Maybe 200 units. And give a projection of profitability goals up to a 12-month run rate in our what is called our green light process to see what the projected profitability would be if there were 2,000 units or a full container. of that product. If I can predict based on that data, okay, that is going to occur, then I'm going to go order 2,000 units, right? I know the data is moving. The prices are inverting. Excuse me. I got like allergies of the yin yang, so my throat's like crazy. But I'm watching that data invert, okay? And as it inverts, I'm going to apply more budget to the PPC, and I'm going to say, how many more customers can I acquire as fast as I can, knowing they're going to increase the organic ranking or the first price sales, full price sales, right? When I see those metrics turn, the ACoS come down, it's a runway home. It's just a matter of time and market with reviews to prove the product is good. Close that engine, okay? Reviews come in and it closes the engine positively and says, hey, this is a good product because now we got good data and we got a good product on the other side. And that's an economic engine that can go on for years and grow extremely fast. It's not the largest case study I have to date.
Wow. Yeah. No, thank you for that breakdown. It's fascinating. You're also the host of a top 5% globally ranked podcast where you interview high voltage entrepreneurs. What is a high voltage entrepreneur? How do you define that?
Well, it's basically someone who has already surpassed $1 million in sales. Okay. Or is going after next million in sales on whatever vertical, preferably e-commerce. But we also talk to people in real estate. I talk to people in business development. I talk to people who are, what I consider to be high performers. They're in the growth. They may have done 50 or 100 million in sales. They may have done 6 million in sales like Kevin Harrington. The goal is to get people to kind of hear and gain some information. I refer to as a know, like, and trust podcast. Okay. 25 minutes, get to know this person, decide if you like them or like things about them that relate to who you are. And if any of that comes to a trust, then you will like what we're talking about on the podcast. You might reach out to them. You might reach out to me. There's no advertising and no pitching. And it's supposed to be just pure value, fly on the wall conversation for 25 minutes and to give them something to walk away and take actionable in their life that day, hopefully.
Yeah, great. And at voltagedm.com, you've got your podcast, link to your blog on Substack, a lot of resources. Is there anywhere else that you would direct people to follow what you're doing?
We've got the social media of your choice. Basically, if you prefer Instagram, we're there. If you like the YouTube, go over there. If you like the website, go there. We got training and a 3-part workshop for free. Kevin Harrington and I go over our presentation on the As Seen on TV to give you the boundaries and framework of how we choose basically 5 to 7 people a month to work with us if I feel they're qualified in that process. And of course, the book is there. If you want to get the guide, it's like $4.95 right now. It's like stupid simple. And we ship you a book over there instantly, or you can grab the paperback if you want. And then I just provide more software and more training for people to get through that first 3-4 steps of the process and really learn if this is something that they feel they can do. And if they can, then they reach out to us.
Yeah, that's great. I see the book on Amazon. You can get on paperback or Kindle. We'll put the link there in the show notes as well. Really fascinating talking with you today. Your journey seems like at first it seemed kind of perhaps atypical, but listening to you talk, it seems like it was the only journey. Everything kind of stacks up so perfectly with where you are right now. And I can tell you've got a wealth of knowledge. We barely scratched the surface. So I'll definitely be checking out your book myself and following along with your podcast. Is there anything we didn't touch on that you feel we should highlight?
I think the best phrase to just end it on is your opportunity begins at the end of your excuses. How about that?
That's a good one. All right.
Well, we all have them, right? And we all use
course.
whatever reason and justification to stop, not do something, or feel the fear and whatever. And I'm just saying, do it anyways. Figure it out. Be agile and tenacious, and eventually you will win. It just takes time.
Be agile and tenacious. I'll take that to the bank.
Wonderful.
Well, thanks, Neil. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for your time, David. Appreciate you.